Less than two crew. Squad, what's up? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Welcome back in, everybody, to the pad. As you may know, the pad is the one stream of the week where I get to chit chat with y'all about an array of topics, whatever you would like. This is where we unwind from the regular week, ring into the weekend, and get some free time on our mental. That's what matters most. But before I get any further, let me say hello to the Less Than Two crew as I come in a little late here. Lori, welcome in. Khalida, hope you're doing well. Chrissy, welcome in. AZ in the building. We got Samantha. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Rob with two B's, what up? Kansas, hello. Ichiyami, Genrads, Can of Biscuits, what's good? Devi, welcome in. Sal's here. We got Viddy Sent. We got Memories. Daisy, good evening. Welcome in. I hope you clean the rug. What rug? What you talking about? My rug's clean. What are we talking about here? Grace, welcome in. Welcome in. Tara Teeth, I hope you're doing well. Damien, hello. Joelle in the building. We got Larissa time. Welcome in, Larissa. I spent the last 2 days binging the Pooya and Leon line from the beginning. Absolutely loved it. Yes, thank you, Khalid. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast. It's a very fun project that me and Leon are putting our times into, so I'm happy you are enjoying it. Emma, welcome in. Hello, hello. Joelle, welcome. Coming in halfway done with Pal. Hey, no worries. No worries. Can of Biscuits. I already said hello, but hello again. Jenna Lee, what's up? Little Miss Andre, thank you for using your one prime here. I do appreciate it. Welcome back for your 45th month. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. Steph, welcome in. Hello, hello. AZ with the 5 gifted to the community. Thank you so much, AZ, for making that happen. Welcome in the Nick City Blitz Twitch Chess Refresh, Anna's Kitties, and XX Sty, and Muse, who are not part of Less Than Two crew. Compliments to you. If you're in the chat and you got a gifted sub, please throw a Less Than Two in with your brand new emotes accessible to you. Please and thank you. Lauren, thank you for the 50th month here. Appreciate you. Papaya, welcome in. Welcome in. Lovely day, innit? Exactly. It is. Jen, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Lori, hello, hello. Joelle. All right. I'm fully caught up with you now, chat. I'm fully caught up with you, chat. So we're in a good spot. Weekly check-in. Do you hear the music at all? Because this music situation has been the bane of my existence for the last couple of weeks here. No music at all. Okay. So it's gotta be this music tab that I've had, which I know y'all have said you don't really need the music, so that's good to know. Let's see. So I've got monitor off on that, but then when I put it on here, y'all hear it, and that's the same. I don't know what it is about this that doesn't work. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Because it looks like it's on for me. Nope. Love it. Cool. Good. I missed the music. The thing is, I've been using more mellow music, but you won't know. You won't know. All right, if I listen to myself back. Yeah, no, for some reason it's not playing at all. That's hella weird. Anyway, so as always, this stream, like I said at the beginning, we talk about whatever you want. I do have 2 ways you can do so. 2 ways you can do so. Number 1, put it in the chat. I read everything in the chat. I communicate with you all there. Back, fast. So we can do it that way. Or if you would like to be anonymous, that's also allowed and encouraged. You can do so by going into this very form I have available for you here. It is the advice form. And you can do it in there. And then that way you can put your questions in there. You can stay anonymous. You want to talk about TV shows, movies. You want to talk about podcasts. You want to talk about me. You have any questions, you want advice, whatever you want, put it in there. Go for it. You're good. I was talking about after the cat snacking. Did you clean the rug? I cleaned it right after I took the photo. In no world am I leaving the rug dirty like that. Like at all. But yeah, no, I don't snack on cats. My cat snacked on our house plant and then proceeded to vomit on our rug, which now I understand that's what you were referring to. So now we're on the same page. We may not have been on the same page earlier. So there we go. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Now we know where we're at. Okay. Good. Happy Pad Dupree's gal. Welcome in. All right. So to recap what I've been doing while everyone starts getting a seat ready, getting your snacks going, I've been extremely busy over here at Pooya Enterprise. I did 2 bonus podcasts this week that I usually wouldn't have done. One was Mess Magnus with Sasha. We did we talked about Inside Season 2, which was a lot of fun. And then I joined Akiva and Rob for a Renap episode that's not been released yet, to my knowledge. I think Renap typically drops on Saturday, so you'll be on the lookout for that. Leon and I did the Pooya and Liana Lounge, so we got that to talk about as well. I think big ticket item today that I'm sure will be in part of the conversation is the Survivor 50 stuff that we've been seeing. Vidicent, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. I appreciate it. Welcome in Becky, Jim, Jar, Queens, and It, the prolific It. All of you are now part of the Lesson 2 crew. Once again, compliment to the one and only Vidicent. Thank you so much. Get the Lesson 2s in one time. Thank you so much, Vidicent. Survivor 50 has been a big topic of conversation this week, and I think we can talk about that. We can talk about the regular Survivor season that's going on. I'm also talking Australian Survivor with Shannon weekly, which I would say probably we don't talk about that because spoilers, and also I have now watched ahead of y'all, so wouldn't want to slip up and give anything away. So zip the zip. So we got that. Less than 2 says Jim, question mark. First time chatter, welcome in, Jim. That is the name of the community. Jim, we're the Less Than 2 crew. It means a couple of things, but one thing, we're number 1. Less than 2 equals 1. It's good. So that's good. We're number 1. But 2, it mostly is coming from a place of love, the Less Than 2. It's kind of a less than 3, if you will, So yeah. After seeing a commercial, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, having seen Ben Affleck's The Accountant, there doesn't need to be a sequel. I have not seen, is that a movie or a show? I assume it's a movie. I've never heard of this movie, ever. So, yeah. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. Samantha with the Less Than 2s in. Perfect. So yeah, where do you want to go tonight, chat? I am open and ready to take any direction we go here. Movie about a savant that does accounting for criminal organization. Actually, it does sound like fun. I saw some horrible comments on Twitter and remember to stay on Blue Sky. Cannabiscuits, Twitter. Oy. So I am one of the people that does use both still. Granted, I'm not scrolling Twitter like I once used to, but because of the content of the nature of my work, it does make sense for me to post on both platforms to get my content out there. But most of my scrolling comes in the form of Blue Sky, and it's been very peaceful for the mind. Thanks for the explanation for Less Than 2. I've been wondering but never asked. Usually just lurk. Hey, no problem, Larissa. No problem at all. Yeah, so the lore for Less Than 2 is essentially back when I first started streaming, and some of you may be sick of hearing this story, but I do apologize, so you got to fill the lore in for the new folks. When I first started streaming, the first like 6-7 months, I was not affiliated. I wasn't a Twitch affiliate or Twitch partner, meaning my channel was not monetized. And without monetization, you don't have access to emotes. So without having emotes, we needed something to use as an emote. And right around then, at one point, Mandy, the lovely mod Mandy, in one of the Discord servers during a watch party, accidentally drops a Less Than 2, then a Less Than 3. She meant to put a heart in for somebody, messes up, puts a Less Than 2. Kind of mocked her a little bit on it, and then we kind of co-opted it, and it ended up becoming our first unofficial emote. And then the back-to-back of that and the Less Than 2 crew being catchy for the name of the group was perfect. It kind of, to me, locked in this idea that, like, these were people who were viewing the content because they enjoyed the content, because I wasn't offering anything besides that. And the fact that they showed enough love and support for me to then get to the place where I was a Twitch partner and they stayed with me, it was kind of the perfect moniker for the group. And it became our first ever legitimate emote, as you can see in the chat. So yeah, that's the full lore on it there for you, for the lore heads out there. But am I dead? The great emote also. Sorry, emote video. What am I saying? Because we're a family. Exactly. Dominic Toretto, Vin Diesel has family. We also have family. We just don't get in fast cars and drive and put each other's lives in jeopardy through vehicles. We don't do that. What we do, some of you laughed at that, and that's because that's our sense of humor. No, but what we do here is be supportive and be a nice little community for people to feel comfortable enough to come hang out in. You know, kick your feet up at the coffee table, hang out, have a drink, have a snack, have neither. Do whatever you want to do, as long as you have fun. I did chuckle. I knew it, Chrissy. I knew some of you would. Speak for yourself, I drive fast. But what I mean is we're not all driving together. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. All right. Hold on. Let me see if how do I do this? Oh, is it that? Okay, chat question. Do you hear music now? Perchance? Couldn't have been that. I don't want to explain what it was that made the music not be there, but let it be known, I feel extremely stupid. It was in your OBS under sources, you'll have a bunch of things, and music was, I had it clicked on hidden somehow, but I could see it and it was still playing music, but I guess it hid it on the stream. So lovely, great, good. Okay. Well, the good news is now there can be music, and we can also make it an appropriate audio volume level so that it doesn't bother everybody. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. Oh my God, perfect. Okay. Foolishness, but it's fine. All right, I'm already seeing 2 questions in the form, so we got that cooking. My device was running out of battery, so when you went quiet just then, I thought it died. Thankfully, that didn't happen. You'll never check that one now, will you? Exactly. You know, there is an adage out there. You live and you learn. I am choosing to learn. We're going to learn and move. Yeah. So I have to get to your charger as quickly as possible, if you can help it. All right, but what would you like to talk about tonight, chat? Which direction are we going here to kick things off? Let's navigate together. Loving, okay, I'm gonna read from the forum while we percolate here. Loving split fiction. Could you maybe grief Liana a little bit less? I know it's all in good fun, but it makes me want to jump through the screen to save her from death, and I get annoyed that I can't. Fair assessment. I did feel yesterday, I was like, I'm trolling her a little too hard. So I gotta make sure to troll less. So I can try and arrange for that. You said maybe grief a little bit less. I can a little bit less. I can do the adjustment. No worries. But yeah, me and Liana have been having fun doing split fiction. I wanted to ask y'all though, is Thursday the right day for that? Or is there a better day y'all have in mind for that? You tell me. What if we talk about cat photos? Then you'll be disappointed because I think I only have one new cat photo for you. And it is this photo right here. Oh, actually, this was a great photo I took of Pearl in the middle of her like licking her lips after eating. It's a little bit of a cursed picture. But yeah. And then this is her face when Clam popped up. The worry was there. All right, where were we? Have you talked to Shannon about her US Survivor draft picks yet? I did get my chance to gloat, Lori. We did it at the end of the last AU recap we did from last week. So that episode went live, what, Tuesday? So if you go to the end of that podcast, you do hear us talking about it a little bit. Here's what I will say about it. As much as I am, is it the word reveling in? Like I'm pumped. As much as I'm pumped that Shannon not only got the grenade, but then has this is the worst anyone's ever done in the draft period. I still don't want to go too hard on her because we got to have some decorum. And we got to also understand that this could happen to any player out there. I mean, you know, part of me, if I had a Halo and an angel and a devil next to me, the angel would say all that. Then the devil would be like, no, but remember, they still make fun of you for that double grenade from season 41, which was 8 drafts ago. So you've earned it. But it's then the angel's like, but listen, do we want to give them the same energy, or do we want to be nice? And I want to be nice. It's kind of like my instinct. But I don't know. All is fun and love and banter. Exactly, Sunshine. We agree. Grief Liana more. Liana trolls you a lot. Should we call her and ask? Be like, hey, do you feel like... Yes, let's call her.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, you're on stream.
Okay, so what should I say?
Oh, no. What do you mean, what should you say?
Mother effer.
No. What we want to know is, do you feel like I grief you too much in Split Fiction?
What does that mean?
It's relatively straightforward. Do you feel griefed in Split Fiction?
What is griefing?
When people mess with you in the game, causing you to die, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you messed with me.
But I know I do, but would you say it's too much?
Yes.
So would you say you would want it to be less?
Oh, well, I mean, it would probably make the game experience much smoother because you're operating under the assumption that we are of equal skill. But if you mess with me, we're going to get real slowed down. No.
Well, you're better than me, though. That's the thing. Like, you're the one that's better, so I do stuff to compensate.
That's not how it comes across.
How does it come across?
Like you're teasing me.
Oh, I would not do that.
Yes, huh? You do it all the time. Have you seen our household?
Our household? What do you mean by that?
Well, like all the interactions. You're always messing with me. You're always too slowing me on high fives, and you're making fun of me. And you're telling me I'm a nerd, a science nerd. It's like real life griping. You know why? It's because it's overcompensating for the fact that I can't do the things you do. So I just assume it's because God gives his strongest challenges to his strongest soldiers. So what's that saying? His most difficult challenges to his strongest soldiers. Yeah.
You saying I'm a challenge?
Whatever Q said. Yes.
Oh, well, that's nice.
But like in the TV sense, like the show, like you're entertaining.
Oh, well, you give me Big Brother.
Why? Because I'm long?
Because you're what? No, not because you're long.
No. Big Brother seasons are long.
Yeah, no, that was my attempt at teasing you. Okay, so in summation, I'll let you go now. In summation, you do feel like I grief you a lot, so we're going to grief you a little bit less moving forward.
Can you explain the joke you made, please?
What joke?
The joke you made about I'm Big Brother.
I enjoy you. And even when I get a lot of you, it doesn't feel like it's enough.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I thought you were insulting me.
How?
Hello?
Yeah, I said how. How would that be insulting you?
No, because you said the thing about the griping.
What's griping? It's griefing.
Oh, griefing, yes, the griefing. Well, we have a professor named Dan Greif, so I just assumed it was named after him. He's really known for trolling in the Roblox forums. What do you call Roblox? A Roblox game.
He's a what? Roblox? Why is Roblox coming up? All right, you ready for bed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
no, I was saying that the joke that I was making was that we have a faculty member named Dan Greif, which is what I was miscalling it.
Yeah.
And then I made a joke that's named after him because he's trolling people in Roblox.
Yes. I understood the joke.
Okay, do you want me to explain it another time? I feel like the third time is the charm.
So I don't know if I can say it any different. I understood it.
Okay.
So unless you want me to say I understood it again, then you can explain it again.
Yeah, but just let me know if you need clarification. I'll fill you in.
Fully clarified.
Okay.
Yeah. So then,
Can
okay.
I let a girl sleep in the bedroom? You have to say yes. You're on stream.
I can say no.
I'm looking you.
Okay, but you know what comes with that, right?
No.
We have plants in there too.
Oh, okay. I'll put the plant away from Pearl.
Although to be fair, I feel like she's not really gonna jump around. She's probably gonna be in the bed the whole time anyway, or under the bed.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead. I'll get him out before I go to bed.
You hear that, chat? It's a miracle.
It's not a miracle. It's not like you've never done this.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Okay.
no more grief you less, and then
You can grief from time to time. I don't mind it.
okay, I'll grief you from time to time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Good night now.
Good night. You're gonna have to chat.
Okay, good night, chat. Appreciate you.
Bye, babe.
Okay, bye now.
That went a lot longer than I anticipated, chat. Apologies. Okay. Time to catch up with what y'all are saying and then catch up with what you were saying while I was talking to her. Please, Corey in sequester, does anyone know? What would he be in sequester for? I don't think so. I think the man's just taking a break from the internet, probably, is my guess. Are you watching that Millionaire Show on Netflix? May, I haven't started it yet, but it is on my list because quite a few of you have added me and said, I would love to know what your thoughts are. So by next week, I will have watched everything up until that point and we can talk about it. Thursday's fine for the stream. Okay, good. Liana submitted that I feel in my bones. Well, sounds like she didn't even know what grief meant. So the question asker is someone else. Are there Traders 3 rumors? Traders 4? There are some rumors out there. Yes. I like watching the BB retrospective live, but if Thursday works for everyone, that's obviously fine. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. So I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. I was supposed to be on next week for 14, but I have said I can't do it. I have a busy week next week. So I was like, listen, the show must go on. Get somebody else to cover it. I've already thankfully covered up a season, so I'm happy. But you know, I love Thursdays with Split Fiction. It's been so fun. Thank you. So if someone who's played Split Fiction, I think Mandy, I think you've played it. Russ, I saw you in here. You've played it. How deep into the game are we if you were to give us percentages? How deep in are we at the moment? This is tragic for her stats. It is, Mandy. I think me or Liana will take over the first place position for average draft now. AZ, thank you for the gifted sub too, Softy. Appreciate that from you. Decorum, now you need a new piece of headwear to replace her tiara. Oh my God. Nice with a side of spice. That's how I like to think I am, Nicole. I've always been a supporter of Shannon's stats angle, so genuinely mean that. How do you feel about how this week's Survivor exit went down? Like on the show, or you mean the exit interviews? I'm assuming you mean on the show. I was fine with the result, if that's what you're saying. All right, now we're at the Liana talking portion. In the wife voice, yes. So Liana needs a griefing tutorial. Gaslighting. Was Liana gaslighting me, you think? Another therapy session on stream. She sounds sad. She was hella sleepy. You're a challenge and she's a god. Wow. Good save. Smoothies quick. I was messing with her that she's Big Brother because, you know, Big Brother can be the worst. But like, I didn't mean she's the worst. But then also when she was like, "What do you mean by that?" I was like, I got hit her with the good side. You know, the rose, not the thorn. And yep, now the cats are sleeping in our bed tonight. Yay! All right. Welcome in, Amy. Welcome in. Okay, I'm catching up with you now, chat. We should be good. Petition always let the girls sleep with you. Here's the thing. We've agreed to not have the girls sleep with us for primarily two reasons. Number one, fur getting everywhere in that room, on our bedding, our pillows, our clothing, and it's impossible to take off. The second reason is because they don't want to stay there all night. And the doors are going to be closed when we sleep, primarily because I feel like the insulation outside of our room can be pretty poor. So in the winter, the whole room's going to be cold. We can't have the heating on type vibes. And then also they're very loud. And that's more so for me, the loud part, because I do sleep in later than when they're going to be yelling in the morning. But when Liana wants them there, of course, that's all cool with me. I've been working the past 3 Friday nights, getting spring breakers drunk here in PCB, Florida. PCB. I miss you guys, though. Hope you've been having fun at least, Amy. Lavina, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What's PCB? Palm something beach? You tell me. We aren't sure either. We are only one stream ahead of y'all. Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't know that, Russ. Thank you. I was going to text you, but you're live. I can play on Sunday now. Lavina, yes, thank you. Lavina, a lot of people are out on Sunday. So I'll also let you know if it ends up happening. I'm currently pushing and trying to get the numbers there. So fingers crossed that we have it. Mandy grieves for us way more than you grief, Liana. I'm innocent. 15-20%. Damn, that's a lot more game to go. Russ and I have been playing 2.5-3 hours of stream, so we're a bit ahead, but the projections for the game, 12 to 15 hours to complete. Okay, gotcha. So we got like, what, 4 more streams to go probably. No, you were gaslighting her? No. I've never heard griefing either. Bymar, it's griefing, I feel like for me where it began, it's a big video game, bit of lingo. For me, griefing began with Fall Guys. That's where I started using it, is when people grab you to prevent you from getting to the end and stuff. That's griefing you. But yeah. Oh, Liana sent me a photo of the cats in bed. They literally moved so quickly. Okay. Ooh, Severance music. This is a Severance mix at the moment. Music with a bit of Severance tinge to it. Some of you have caught on to this. Yes. I try to make my cat sleep with me and my dog Kiki. Can we get a Spotify name drop of the Severance track? It is not a track. It is an 8-hour YouTube video called Music to Refine To. It was uploaded about a month ago from Apple TV themselves. And it's the lovely musician Odessa is the one who put this mix together. So it's literally exactly 8 hours. So that when, it's for the work hours. But there's some good tunes in it that I really enjoy. It has been a lot of fun. Actually, PCB is Panama City Beach. Okay, I was there with the beach. I figured out the B. I'm glad you've been having fun. Do the cats snuggle or just stay on either side of the bed? No, they sleep on Liana, basically. Our cat gets the middle pillow of our bed. Oh, that would be lovely. I went to PCBA. What is that, Tara? Fill me in on that. I would think them pawing at you would be more of an issue than their meowing. They don't really paw. They're not really pawing cats. Not Pooya believing Pyrogen's lies. Oh, wow. Mandy, are we calling guests of the stream liars? Is that what's going on? You gaslighting me now? Okay, yes, Daisy says, we'd love to hear about the Survivor 50 rumors. Also, one of you earlier said, and I did read this, so let me make sure you know that I did read this. Who was it up here that said something about it? This was right before Liana got on the phone with me. Shit, I missed it. I know someone else also wanted to talk about it, so yes. So, based on what I'm hearing, and when I say that, I mean based on a lot of the timeline of the posts we started seeing this week, a lot of this comes from the fact that it sounds like a lot of the people that were shortlisted for Survivor 50 got cut this week. We're basically told you ain't on this week. So I think they're getting closer to their final figure, or they may have already gone to it now, who knows? But some of the snubs have been eye-opening for a lot of people, and it's caused a lot of conversation, which we can definitely get into. All right, where was I? And we can get it. I'll elaborate in a second. I'm still trying to catch up to y'all. I turned 21 spring break here in PCB back in the day. It was way better back then. Why was it better back then, Amy? What made it better back then? I want a PC for spring break and college. Oh, there we go. Okay. Jesse, welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. I honestly thought griefing was the Fall Guys way when you read the question. Yeah, no, I understood that they meant like, I'm like causing her to die a bunch. Lori's like our fact checker in the live chat often. I feel like what I've noticed with you, Lori, is you'll go and pull like the internet explanation of a thing if we're like, what is that? Or we're not unsure. I feel like you hit us with the copy paste, which is appreciated. I'm back. Military deployments are rough. Miss the community. Jasco, happy you're back. Happy you're safe. Welcome back in. Time to chill with us once again. We don't listen. No matter where y'all go at any point in your time chat, whether you're busy with stuff or you just can't make it to something, I'll be right here ready to go the next time. And Kalita, thank you for gifting a sub to Jasco, bringing Jasco into the Lesson 2 crew officially. All right. Russ did say Pyro Jennifer only speaks the truth, and my mods, tisk tisk, abusing power. You deleting messages from me? You hiding them? I believe the Warner Brothers are also next season of Amazing Race. Would they be sequestered for that? So AZ, that was a viable thing, but Zach has not only played Blood on the Clock Tower since then, also done an Australian Survivor podcast since then, but also that season of Amazing Race is already underway. So they did not make it on the show. When I was a kid and we had inside kids, our cats would hide under my bed with the bed skirt and reach out and claw my feet as I was walking by right when I first woke up. Oh my God, that would get me. That would get me. All right. We had 2 giant clubs back then, and MTV came. It was a big deal, like 3 times the amount of college kids. Gotcha. Floridians hate spring break. Is it because like everything gets busy around them and they're not used to that? They don't like that. How do we know if they were actually cut or if they are trolling us? We don't. That's the thing. We don't. Everything you see on the internet, as they always say, take it with a grain of salt because you never truly know. Like with 8 people saying I got cut, I think of like, and I'm saying 8 as just a general number. It's not like 8 people actually did. I don't know what the exact number is, but if 8 people say they got cut, my assumption is always half of it at least is truth, right? Half of them are like actually cut. The other remainder, I think a couple of them could be like, oh, this is when people are announcing they got cut. Let me also throw my name in there, even though I wasn't really in the running in the first place, kind of engagement farm a little bit. Then the other bit could be people that are on, but they're trying to throw people off. Like it could be that. Maybe I need to change to copy paste Lori. Nah, you're good. I think your name is unique. You keep your name. They're trying to be more family friendly now, but we still have a pretty fun spring break. Just not the cool clubs anymore. Gotcha. This song haunts my dreams. Well, you don't like the music? The Warren Burroughs getting cut from The Amazing Race is a crime against humanity. We've already discussed this at length, but the fact I feel like there were too many groupings from like the later seasons. Not to say that I don't like the teams, but there's too many. I think there's 4 is too many teams from 26. I feel like you could have done 3. And hell, low key, you could have just consolidated the Rubina and Tucker team, and then you had another team there. But then I would feel bad for Rubina's sister, who's going to be participating, for example. But I think there were ways around that. Anyone else feeling this intense eclipse energy? Tell me more, Kelly Kid, because I don't think so as of right now. Who is your winner pick for Australian Survivor? As of right now, I'll give you the heart, head, gut. How about that? Heart would be Logan. Head would be Miles. Gut is saying Kaylin. There. Those 3 names for you. All right. Family in St. Augustine, and they dread spring break because of the crowd's traffic. That's what I thought, Ichima. That's what I thought you meant. I've been watching the AR spoilers, but I will forget everything by the time it airs. AR. Oh, Amazing Race. Gotcha. And I'll enjoy it one way or another. Yeah, Emma, I think it's so easy to just have it go in one ear, out the other. I really do. So I think you'll be fine. Heard Jesse, Carolyn, Rome were cut. No way Rome was in the running, right? And rumor Say is in. Can't be right. I had to blog her on socials. She's annoying there too. That's fair enough, Daisy. Here's the thing. I did see that quote unquote like rumored list that was there, and I think would you like for me to pull it up for y'all? Because I don't think this is the actual cast. I don't. I think some of it is probably accurate, but some of it just I don't think is the case. But let me pull up what I have seen making its rounds as the alleged cast list. So let's pull it up. Pull it up for the chat. It's this. Oh, well, that's not the correct size now, is it, chat? Okay. This is the alleged cast. Not alleged. This is the rumored cast that is circulating. I do not think this is the accurate cast. Okay. So, this is what they're saying is the cast. And now we can talk about where people's feelings are on this. First of all, I think a lot of people have echoed the similar sentiment that not having Carolyn on for Survivor 50 is wild. Because she may be one of the most notable new era players we've had. Why is she not on there? The other thing, I think Jesse's another one that we've heard is allegedly cut, that people have reacted that way to. I think some people were like, where are the new era people? And then there's the old school. Because I think the argument now is a lot of people wanted the old school. A lot of people wanted the old school. And this list is inherently more old school, arguably. The problem I think some people have, and maybe I also have a similar reaction, is it's too many old era people who are playing for a third, fourth, fifth time. And these are players I love, by the way. These are players I love. You know, I was the guy who talked about Malcolm as the Malcolm expert over on the Game Changers pod back in 34. I love Surrey Fields. I feel like I'm always like, hey, I'm not doing the competition of who loves Surrey more, but I've always been a fan of Surrey. But I feel like a lot of people wanted the format to include old era people that had not played more than a one time. That's what people wanted. You know, like Sean Rector, I think a lot of people would say, great pick. And I agree with that. But do we need to see Colby again? Because let me tell you, I have no reason to see Colby again. I have zero interest in seeing Colby again. I feel like having, and again, this list is not the final list. So this is not us talking about the actual cast because we don't know what the cast is. But as far as this list goes, I feel like one of the other problems for me is I think it's been about damn time that the 37 cast of David vs. Goliath has some people coming back. But the fact that they're the only season really represented of the 30s, the only people outside of Ty and Rick Devens, and Sydney, I guess, allegedly in this. I don't need to see Jervis. I think my life's fine. Jonathan, so then let's look at the new school, the new era people in this list. Q, I think, makes sense. Genevieve, 100% needs a second shot, makes sense. Say, we haven't seen the season play out yet, but clearly Say is a big character on the season and is delivering in chaotic maneuvers, in a very weird, like, are you the villain, but you game respects game? I don't know, it's a lot. Why is Jonathan Young here? I understand that he's one of the Jack dudes that's like a challenge guy and like a shelter. I understand all that. Kind of criminal to me that he is the representative essentially from seasons 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. If that's truly the case. That he is the only one of 5 seasons there. And I've been saying I enjoy the cast that they've put out in the new era. So, yeah. All right, where were we? Let me catch up with you. I feel like I've been rambling a little bit here, chat. Do you think Dale will be on AU versus the World? I think so, AZ. We'll see. Can I imagine Rome being in the running with a mostly valid list of boots last season? Based on that alone, I would have doubted it. Though, Ichiyami, everyone here is allowed to have their opinions. Like, we don't have to like the same players. We don't have to hate the same players. I let everyone have their opinion on who they enjoy on the shows, dislike on the shows. As long as like it's not with like backed with like malicious verbiage, problematic verbiage, even like no. Otherwise, your opinion's fine. If we are picking pre-jury merge peeps, there's no way it's Rome before Dwight. Actually, Mandy, I think Rome would be before Dwight. And I love Dwight. Y'all know this. He is like a little brother to me that I love to make fun of. But I think Rome had way more of a prevalent appearance on the show in his episodes than Dwight did on his. Even though I think Dwight is a diamond in the rough that they don't know, but if they put him back on again, he'd be like, if you put Dwight on the cast of Game Changers, one of those like, what the fuck? They brought this guy back? Watch him cook. Honestly. Was by super biased? I agree with you. But that's also because of my bias, you know? I'm late. You may not remember. It's I know traditions is 2020, so I know about it. Thank you, Jasco. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, Persian New Year was last week. And thank you for pushing me. Better late than never. All right. I miss a lot of Survivor. I don't know a lot of those people. Because a lot of the people on this list are from way back. There's no way I can believe this is the real list. Yeah, I'm skeptical. I think some of these, like out of the 20, I think 10 of them could be. I do. But oh yeah, see, Nicole says I'm like maybe half the cast of 50. The new era selection is a choice. I think the new era selection of Q, Genevieve is good. Say I think could be good drama. Even good game after you play a first time. Maybe your second time comes out better. Jonathan, I just don't see giving me anything. And if this is truly the group, with our luck, Jonathan's in the final 3. You know what I mean? Like that's our representative in the new era at the end. David from this season should be in that Jonathan spot. If we want to go with like jacked Chad dude, David's giving me so much personality. I'd be here for that. Why do we think this is absolutely the list, though? I don't think anyone thinks it's absolutely the list. It's been circulating that it's the rumored cast. But it's more rumored than anything. I'm assuming Hubicki is in denial about him being possibly on the cast. I've not messaged him about it. If I see someone's rumored to be on the show, unless they've spoken to me about it, or they talk to me about it, I'm never going to bring it up because I don't need to be another text message that's flooding their inbox and giving them stress. Let them do their thing. You know what I mean? So is the theme people who got close to winning? I mean, questionable for some of these folks, right? I wouldn't say that's the theme. The theme is just in the hands of the fans. Everything except for casting. Ali, thank you for the 43rd month here. Appreciate you. Welcome back into lesson 2, crew. Welcome. I like Siri, but I'm done with her on my TV. Hot take, of course. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that Suri is one of the very unique few that I would say put her on every show because she will do well on every show. As far as her Survivor chapter goes, especially knowing, if I remember correctly, that we will be getting Suri on a AU versus the world, I don't need Suri here as well. But then when you say 50 is a monumental season, Suri being there makes sense because she is very important to the franchise. So I understand that. But yeah, I think for me personally, my mentality was I was hoping 50 was going to be an all-star cast of people that have not really played more than once, maybe twice, but have been very impactful, very fun, very good players. And I feel like by putting people who have been on Heroes versus Villains, arguably the best all-star season Survivor has ever seen, best season Survivor has ever seen, it feels like they've already had their time. Give the others their time kind of thing. I'm all about IG Survivor versus New Era, but I love Charlie. He should be on. IG Survivor? I guess you mean OG. Gotcha. I saw someone say that casting screwed themselves by not having a returning season in the 40s before 50, which feels like it needs an epic, though not multiple season returning cast. 100%. And I think that's the thing, because we've not had an all-star season in the 40s. It feels like 50 should be the time where we give that opportunity to the people in the 40s and the people in the late 30s from 35 on a chance to cook, right? Because the 30s people got screwed because they didn't have an opportunity to be repped, and a lot of them will never be on the show now because it's kind of like their old news. But you know, the stars do stick out. The Christians, the Angelinas, they stick out. They're always going to be on the list. So they're going to have their opportunity. But I definitely think they should have done it at like 44, 45. 44 would have been too soon. 45 or 46, they could have run an all-star. And then 50 would have, you know, but yeah. Let's make 49 the all-star season for the 30s and 40s to warm up for 50. That would have been a great idea. I do not think that's what's going to happen. I was hoping that once it was like, yeah, we've gone down to 50, I was like, you know what? Just put 20 of them on this one, 20 of them on the other. But I think the problem with that is they would then feel like 50 is not as special because it's 2 all-stars back to back. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. But those are my thoughts on the Survivor 50 stuff. Now, obviously, we're going to get more news about this as we get closer and closer to around when premiering would be. But that's not for a little bit here. So by premiere, I mean when they leave for the show, not premiere itself. So yeah. Down bad emote unlocked chat. With the last hype train, y'all unlocked the down bad emote. Not the down bad emote. Oh my god. What is the theme for BB27? It's way too soon to have an inkling, right? What was the, oh my god, this is, so who earlier said that they can like look up or they can keep up with the Amazing Race stuff and they'll forget it. I covered, BB Arena. I covered Big Brother 26 every day for 90 days or however long it went. And it still took me a minute to remember BB Arena. They're bringing the arena back for sure, right? When does Survivor 50 leave for filming? Okay, so around like late April, early May, I feel like is when the first group goes. So then probably like a month and a half, 2 months after that would be the next group, right? So then if we say, let's say May, 49 goes out and starts doing their thing. Then they go May, game starts, let's say May 8th or May 10th. 26 days, June-ish. Yeah, probably mid-June, July, probably, maybe. I don't know. Ish, perhaps. I don't know. It's guesswork more than anything for me. I hope that's not the list for reasons discussed, but I do hope that the number 20 is accurate and the potential for 2 tribes of 10. Number 20 would be great for that vinyl. I really hope so, because I think there's so much more magic in 10 than there is in 3 groups of 6. I think part of it also is I'm so sick of the 3 groups of 6. And I used to be one of the people who said I'm fine with it. It is what it is. But with the recurring theme of one tribe just getting decimated, it's become so predictable and dull. And I don't like that. I don't like that in my Survivor content. I think the bigger numbers allows for weirder things to happen in a good way. All right, next question in the form as we go through them here. Will you please wish a very happy birthday to Reality Alley? We just did an entire Alley-isms bracket in lesson 2 in her honor. Happy birthday to Reality Alley. If you are in here, I do appreciate you being a great member of the community, so much so that people are making brackets of all the things you may say. But I hope you had a good belated birthday. Sorry I didn't catch it till right now. And thank you for reminding me, whoever it was in the forum. Well, since it's always on an island, there has to be a curse. I guess so, Rob. I guess so. Oh, the Meridian Review, a prominent YouTuber on the scene. Welcome in with the first time chat, Meridian. 50 flies out late May, early June. 49 is about to fly out. Gotcha. Thank you so much. Okay. So I was off by a little bit. I was off by about, when I said is when 49 would go, it was 50. So that makes sense. Okay. That's even more exciting. That means like we could get some information out very, very soon. Okay. Love that. Thank you for clarifying. Or Amazing Race crossover for BB27. That's going to be in the fall. That's going to be happening in the fall. I believe that's going to premiere after BB27 is we're going to get the Amazing Race. Any plans to play in Zoy? In ZOI. Oh, this is the Sims game, right? Positive reviews. Some say it's the Sims killer. So I watched someone play it a little bit earlier, and it does look like the Sims. Obviously, it's from a different publisher, and I would like to hear what people think about it once people try it out or watch it more. Because I watched it for, I'll admit, like a minute, and it looked very similar to Sims 4, so I didn't know what to make of it. Vinyl, thank you for the 51st month. You appreciate you. Welcome back into the Less Than Two crew. Thank you for supporting the stream and supporting me. Hope you enjoy your stay once again. Enjoy no ads and all the emotes you can handle. Did you or Liana get emotional during the last Survivor episode? Both of us did. It was very emotional. Very, very emotional. The content is more serious and not as campy as Sims 4 and takes up a huge amount of space. Damn. Okay. I'm assuming it's still single player, right? It's not like a Among Us Goose Goose thing where it's like, oh, but Inzoi has built-in multiplayer. I assume not. I'll probably wait and see what the reviews are like. That makes sense, Russ. How much is it on Steam? Anyone know? How do you spell it? INZOI or INZOI for my Canadians out there. It looks interesting, but they let players use an in-game AI to make patterns / art for their spaces. So personally, I probably won't play due to AI. And that's very fair, Steph. That is absolutely fair. $40? I mean, that's a hard bargain when Sims 4 is free. I would check it. I would like to see more what people say before I even consider it. But I have a feeling, if I'm being very transparent with you, chat, that I'm probably unlikely to, just because I don't really do content around the Sims style stuff. Like if I was doing a Sims series, it would be interesting to like, okay, let's check it out. But more likely not to, just because I don't play Sims often. I do it in my free time, but even when I do, it's like sporadic. Like for example, a couple of months ago, I got deep into the Sims 2 when Sims 2 first came out. The new, like the re-release. I played it like every night for 2 weeks, straight up. What I was saying is having Amazing Race teams on BB2 instances be. Oh, I see. I think the next thing I would like to see is some survivors on Big Brother. I think that would be fun. But I feel like more often than not, one thing is prominent, and that is Big Brother is the show that ends up, the players that end up getting put on other shows, and a lot less likely that Survivor or Amazing Race have more of that movement. There's never been an Amazing Race. I guess, nope, that's not true. Natalie and Nadia, the twinnies, did go on to Survivor, first starting on Amazing Race. Which survivors would you want to see on BB? There's a lot of them. A lot of the people in the new era I could see doing it. Low-key, I want Dwight to do it. I think Dwight would be a lot of fun on the Amazing Race Big Brother. And Mike White. Yo, Mike White making a return to Survivor would be great, but I feel like it's just not possible due to his very successful work as a not reality TV star. Someone put a Twitch clip in my form. Let me see what this is. Oh, it's my first ever clip. Yes. This is... I look so different. It's only 5 years, but I look very different in this clip. I don't think Boston Rob would do it. What? Big Brother? No, absolutely not. No. Jackie and Jeff were a takeover to Heart of BB? Yes, they were, Mandy. So we've had 2 instances where Amazing Racers have gone on either show after being on Amazing Race first. AZ, thank you for the gift of Reality Alley. Appreciate that from you. Thank you so much. Since Liana is a scientist, is it safe to assume she's not religious? That is I'm going to call it an odd question. I don't think believing or working in science means you can't be religious. But also, it's not my question to answer on Liana's behalf. You know what I mean? But no, I wouldn't say it's safe to assume. I know plenty of people who are hella behind science and hella behind religion. Any predictions who will be voted out the night of the Boston Live show? That's what, 2 weeks from now? Let's see. Yes, 2 weeks from now. I'm going to go ahead and say Cedric. I'm going to say Cedric. What do you think about Alan coming as the next Dondi banker? I mean, that wouldn't be fun. I think the banker's role is kind of mid on Dondi, just because we really don't get to see them until the last episode. So I don't think so. Because Alan's fun is when you get to see and hear him speak. If we don't see him, that doesn't matter. But also, now that we've seen the two bankers for Dondi, which, by the way, is it spoilers to talk about Dondi or no? We're fine. Toms, you're welcome in. Hope you had a good day at work. I feel like it's very clear that they want the banker to have some connection to the original show, at least. You know? Will that be a double elimination episode? I don't think so, May. I don't think so. What have you been watching now that Severance is done? Liana and I are 4 episodes through The Residence, which is a show that's on Netflix at the moment. That's what we started. And it has been very fun. I definitely do recommend The Residence if you have not checked it out yet. It's a very good cast, and it's been very fun to play along. Still not deep enough. I think we're halfway through the show, so we still have quite a bit to go. The one with Noah, is that... Hold on, let me make sure I'm saying the right show. I don't know who that is, Noah sent... No, I think that's a different show, Tomster. I've watched the finale. I know the winner is all over YouTube. Doing interviews, I think it's safe to talk about. Yeah. Well, I guess there's not much to talk about. The winner actually was fun for Dondi. It really was. That's true. It was. All right. Next question. Are you going to see the new Minecraft movie? I'm probably not going to go to the movie theater to watch it. I'm not jonesing that much, but I would watch it later. That's possible. I would also watch it with y'all in the Discord if that's what we want to do when it comes out. Maybe. These options could happen. No, I was in The Pit. I caught up on that this weekend. It's great. See, I can't watch The Pit. It's all like, it was basically science-based, but like doctors and hospitals and stuff, and that's not for me, chat. It really isn't. And I've heard it's medically accurate, and I was like, that is, no. How many hours a week do you play games? Play a couple hours a night, I think. So about, I would say somewhere between the 12 to like 14 range, hours wise. It's typically what I do for my unwind time at night. But not every night too, which is why it's like, it depends. I don't like hospital shows, but I'm obsessed with The Pit. What is it about The Pit that's got you into it, HRA? Just someone who doesn't like hospital shows. Was not expecting the Vijay childbirth showing on The Pit, though. They'll definitely have to cut some stuff out in the move to TNT if that happens. Why would it move to TNT from, is it on Max at the moment? Pooya Tatka. Oh, the one that got away is making another emergence in the district. Might be time to. How many episodes is it again, Mandy? Remind me, because I was intrigued by Tatka. Have you watched Adolescence? I thought it was good. So my plan right now with Liana is we're gonna go the Resident. We're gonna finish the Residence. Then we're doing Paradise, and I think then we do Adolescence. That's the order. So I will watch it eventually, but because I want to watch it with Liana, I'm not gonna watch it immediately myself. You know what I mean? The Residence is amazing writing and acting. The final episode is fantastic, but I personally disappointed with the final reveal. Ooh, Daisy. I can't wait to find out what you were talking about. It's on Max, yes? Gotcha. I didn't see the video of the trailer. Winner's Exit interview. Did Jenny blush hard? No, but it was a very good episode for Jenny. I don't know, but I feel like I'm in a trance when I watch it. Maybe it's ADHD. Maybe. I just started Adolescence. Gotcha. I don't remember 10 to 12 maybe, and there's only one season. Gotcha. That's something I can watch on my own for sure. 2 different watch parties. How deep are each? Why are there 2 watch parties happening at the same time for the same show in the same Discord? What is happening here? And we're fully caught up with the forum, by the way, chat. We're fully caught up, just so you know. Adolescence is amazing, but a tough watch, tough subject matter. For sure. I know what it's about now, just on stuff I've seen. But I think it's worth having a dialogue over in this world, in this time and place. One watch party is on episode 2 and one is on episode 7. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. That's funny. That's funny. All right. Back to the get the form back up here. Just it is already pinned, but once again in the chat, if you want anything submitted anonymously. Lana, thank you for the 29th month here. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Not me.
Tomster, she kills it. So definitely watch The Residence. Again, I'm only 4 episodes in. I thought it was just a typo when I got 2 Discord notifications for the same show watch party. You're like, which one is it? All right, coffee time. A little coffee sip chat. It feels weird. This spring has felt weird. Let me explain why. I feel like this is the first time since, well, as far back as I can remember being a part of the reality TV realm, that we do not have a Big Brother season happening right now. Because usually we would have Big Brother Canada. And I think the absence of it has felt definitely odd to me. It's made it, it's been a little different for me. Now, I'm not saying we don't have enough shows to watch, because god damn it, we really do. Dondi just finished, Traders just finished. We have this new show, what's it called? Million Dollar Secret. We have the one on Hulu that's coming. What's that one called? How to Get Out? No, Gotta Get Out, I think. Then we have the Netflix show that got announced. That's basically The Challenge, but with all Netflix people. That's happening. Coming out, what is that, in April? Like, there's a lot of shows. But all of that to say, none of it still feels the same as Big Brother season. And I think a lot of that has to do with how daily Big Brother is. Like, you watch a lot of these shows once a week, or if they're batch episodes like they are on Netflix, within like a day you're done watching them. But Big Brother's every night. And I feel like not having that has been wild. If anyone wants to catch up, we've had several episode 1 watches and can accommodate more than. That's how big this is, Mandy, that people are like, yo, I'm in, like, this is how much people are into it, right? That you're running back episode 1s for people. God, maybe I should just go check it out. I need to go back to the Traders UK started, but it got too busy to finish it. Maybe. My personal vouch. Do it. Farmer Needs a Wife season 2. Come on. I didn't even know that was happening. There's nothing on BBC. There isn't. And just like every show with BB Emma, it's no different. Where when we're getting close, I'm excited. We start seeing the cast, I'm peak excited. Night 1 feeds, love it. Week 1 episodes, love it. Daily feeds, love it. Live feed updates, love it. And then by like day 45, if it's a good season, still love it. Still no complaints, still living. By day 50, if I love it, it's like, okay, I love it, but I'm a little tired. But if it's day 50 and I don't like the season, it's just like, oh God, can we be done already? And some of it has to do with the show, but most of it has to do with the fandom. And by that, to be clear, I don't mean anybody I interact with, whether it be on Twitter or in chat. It's the people who are in too deep that are cussing everybody out just because they don't like each other's faves. That becomes too much. You need to meet the portal. So the other night, Mandy, and I don't think I was hallucinating. I feel like there was a watch party in our Discord, and it said something. I think Liv was watching maybe, and it was like Liv, like, does the portal or meets the portal, and I thought, oh, Liv's playing Portal 2 with somebody. Cool. I did not think that it had to do with Totka. And based on what you're saying now, I know that that's something else. So, yeah. I will say, actually, I see Forval in here. I will say, the one person that I've seen kind of be like, I don't know if it's worth your time, is Forval. So it's kind of perfect. Forval, should I be giving Totka a chance or should I be taking your advice? Where should I go with this? Oh, we got quite a few questions in the forum. Okay. Did you listen to the latest Renap episode? They did this exercise where they determined what was the most forgettable of a group of things by naming the things they could remember, and the last one was the most forgettable. Can you do this exercise with this season's cast of Survivor? Yes, I can. And I'm just gonna go off the dome, right? Okay, easy. Shaheen, Joe, Eva, Kyle, Camilla, David, Mary. Then you've got Say. You've got Charity, Star. You have Cedric. You have Bianca. You have Thomas. You have Mitch. You have Chrissy, Justin, Kevin, Stephanie. Because Stephanie would be the forgettable one, but she was the first boot, to be fair. So you've been asking me for years. I feel like you have not been. Have you been asking me? Then do podcasters not listen? I'm smarter than that. DeLon, let's not do this. Let us not do this. Look, I may be presumptuous in speaking for everyone, but I feel like we'd start over on a watch if you join. I wouldn't want. That's a lot of pressure, Mandy. It's a lot of pressure. But I will watch an episode, and then I'll let y'all know what my thought was, and then we'll see where we go from there. Could you do that for last season's cast? Yes. Okay. Fuck, that's gonna be harder actually. Okay. Let's kick it off. 47. We got Baby Andy. We've got Asia. We have Rachel, Sam, Teeny, Sue, Kyle, Gabe, Caroline, Rome, Tiana, Annika, Sierra, John Lovett, TK, Genevieve. Was there two more left then? Who the fuck is missing? I got all of Yellow Tribe. I got Saul, fucking hell. And then Keyshawn. So Keyshawn, most forgettable. But if you want me to keep bugging you about it, I'm down. How about maybe not to the level that I've been bugged about the some show called The Mole, but how about you do a check-in? Like, have you, if I don't bring it up, like, did you watch Totka? And we'll go from there. I'm starting my second job at the ice cream shop next week. I'm so excited. Hey, Perfect. Do you get discounts on ice cream there, Tomster? All right. Next question. Are you and Liana open to having kids? Sorry if this has been asked previously. I mean, the boring answer is yes. But the more detailed answer, I feel like you don't need to know. Essentially, it's we're open to it, but we have no plans on it. If that makes sense. That's a fair answer, right? Excuse me. Oh, wow. RHEV fan coming out of lurk mode. Hello. Were you saying you can no longer come to RGA Boston? Yes. I actually did have to make the sad choice to cancel my plans, my tickets and stuff this week. But yeah, I will not be going to Boston anymore. Kind of sad about it, but also, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get to the next one. But yeah, you will not be catching me in Boston, which means those of you going to Boston have to bring the energy. Bring the energy. Also, if you're up for it, I do have a side mission for y'all. But we'll see. No, it's probably owned and expensive, so my boss would yell at me. All right. No ice cream. No ice cream. Leave the ice cream. Ignore the ice cream. Dude, living the dink life is how to go. Got so many friends and family that say that. Oh, dual income, no kids. Gotcha. Well, finances are very important in these decisions. Why is the music so loud and stressful? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess this music is a little bit intense. So how about we stop the music for a little bit? Free samples? I mean, who's to say a sample is 1 scoop versus 2? You know? Oops, I have to try. I'm not sure if we're going to like this. I don't know if the quality's up there. Also, if Sam is here lurking, my offer of bribery still stands to somehow score an after-party ticket. Here I am as a sink. Dink would be so nice. Fingers crossed for you. All right, next question. Have you seen the Hunger Game movies, and would you consider reading the new book? Okay, so, wow, Terror Teeth, your anthem, huh? So, I have seen the Hunger Game movies. I think 2 years ago, I watched them all for the first time, where I sat with Liana and we kind of did our watch series, which was fun. I have not read any of the books, but I'd be open to reading this book. Now, those of you that have read the book, is this book... I heard it's maybe a prequel. Is it is it a separate story, or would I have need to read the other books for it to work? That's what I'm asking. I will say that David's need for $1 million to have a kid with his ex is a bit over budget. It's a decent bit of change. Like if David makes Final 3 and scores some money, I think it's fine. If you've seen the main Hunger Game movies, it will hit. Okay, the book changed my life. Damn, Allie. That is high praise. Okay, so maybe I buy this book. What's it called? I'm assuming it's not Hunger Games 7. I know it's like some other names. The blanking of the blank or something. If you've seen the movie, you'd be fine, but I suggest seeing Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes too if you don't want to read it. I have watched that. Sunrise of the Reaping. Okay, well, I know what that is now. And this book is $20. That's not bad at all. This would be the first book I've bought in a long time. Maybe I shouldn't have said that to you. Maybe you didn't need the self-report there, but it is my truth. Okay. I did audiobook for it and it was so good. Oh, there we go. The Mullen Who Done Changed My Life. Well, I've watched both. So, or free at your local library. Ooh, Liana has a library card. I can get Liana to get it for me. That's what I'll try. I'll ask Liana. Okay. I'll ask her. Someone remind me to ask Liana. Any advice for getting over lingering feelings left over from a breakup? I think I can deliver here. I was dating someone, and he was easily my favorite guy I've ever dated, but it ended messily and resulted in me changing some pretty integral integral parts of my daily routine. We're coming up on a year from some of our best moments, first dates, meeting friends, and things like that. And I can't help but miss the really good times, even though it's been months since we've last seen each other or spoken. Sometimes I feel a little down about it still. So I'm wondering if you or Chad have any tips that have worked for you in terms of picking up and moving on, especially when your brain knows it's time. Okay. So for me, question asker, and this is going to sound very cliche, so bear with me. For me, what I've found helps me move on lingering feelings from a breakup is just time. And that depends. It differs for people. Some people, it can take 2 months. Some people 6, some people a year. I think it varies on the person, varies on the level of relationship, et cetera, et cetera. I think the other thing also is what constitutes moving on. Is it putting yourself back out there again? Or is it just the feeling of missing the person and having that person in your life go away? So I think those are two things I don't quite know about you, but I would say finding hobbies and stuff to do that can take up some of the time that you may have had that would be put aside for like relationship stuff. And like, as far as memories are good, you know, memories with people, with friends, dates, places. But I think also replacing / enhancing your memories with new ones is also a good shout, which again, experiences, trips, stuff like that could put it there. But that's what I would say. For me, it's just been time. It's just time. Time needs to happen. Get your own library card, Pooya. You can do it. You can get a library e-card and you don't even have to go there. What? Okay. Let me learn a little more about the library stuff. I'll talk to Liana. I can't understand not driving, but you don't. Okay, here's the problem, chat. And this is, I've already self-reported on myself once, but I'll self-report again. 1 second. So I know I come off knowledgeable and intelligent. This is me joking. One of my biggest flaws as a human is I don't read enough. Like, I obviously read stuff on the internet, but I don't read novels or books, and haven't done in a long time. Those books are probably the only series I've read to completion. It is the Harry Potter series. I have bought the Game of Thrones books. I've never read them. I started the first one, never finished it. And if you want the biggest indicator to how little I read, and I should probably not self-report, but I'm going to, chat. This book. So the other series that I have read a lot of is the Dan Brown novels. Specifically, I read the 4 that kind of came together in the Da Vinci Code. Was it Fortress? The one, Angels and Demons, and so on. And so for my 19th birthday, my mom bought me this. Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol. The book is still in its plastic. My mom bought this for me when I was 19. I am 33. This book has traveled with me across the world. I didn't open it when I got I didn't open it when I first got it because I was like, that's great. I have something to read when I go to Canada and it'll remind me of my mom. And then I didn't read it. It's just been making moves with me. So because of this has kind of been it says The Lost Symbol. This to me is a symbol of, if I'm going to purchase books, I need to read this. You know what I mean? But I also have read a self-help book. So I have read a little, but nothing to completion. And I think part of it has to do with the way I've been wired the last like decade now, which is always headphones in, listening to music, taking content in like that has made it so that I've not sat in silence and just read something. So yeah. And the thing is, I enjoy these books. I do. But I've not been reading. Okay. Let me put this book back for a second. Because the one other book I have bought in my time is this one. It's the Dance of Dragons book. But like I said, I've not even read the first book, let alone get to this one. All right. Okay, let's go back up. Sometimes library in your state can let you have a card even if you don't live in the city. Good to search around if you want free media. Okay. You get your own cards to the library, gets more resources. Did not know that. Libraries have so much more than books. I've never thought of that either. Also, PSA, Libby is a great app for ebooks and audiobooks. Maybe an ebook could do me good. I got a library card to my local library system, and we have access to Libby, which is a great digital library app. It has ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines. There we go. Wait times can be long, but it's so convenient. Libby Life. A lot of Libby fans in the chat. I don't think that's uncommon in this day and age. I used to read so much more than I do now. Now, if I read a book, it's an audiobook, which I think audiobooks count as reading. Audiobooks easily count as reading to me. Libraries have a lot of movies too, and if little kiddos come into the picture, they have great learning and reading stuff. There we go. Oh my God, Angel of Demons. I did a group project on that. That was my favorite of the books, of those books, Mandy. Not reading isn't a character flaw. Don't moralize it. Let me look up what moralize means exactly. From the great Maddie Dubs in the chat. Comments on issues of right and wrong. Oh, there we go. Okay. Maybe you just need to find more of the things you enjoy reading. I think I need to be gripped. I think I need to be gripped. And sometimes, like for example, with the Harry Potter books, I got gripped, but it helped that I had watched the first movie and I was into that. And I was like, okay, let me not read the books. And then it felt like, ooh, I'm getting like the early screening kind of treatment. With what happened with the Da Vinci Code and Angels of Demons is that I got into the book because I packed it with me because we were traveling to Iran and I didn't have a laptop at the time. Your phones didn't have data or anything. So I had no way of communicating with my friends or accessing the internet, which then meant a lot of the media I could consume was limited. It was mostly Persian TV shows that I wasn't watching and content that wasn't for me. So I started reading the books, and I think having no options got me there, and that's I got stuck on, and then I really enjoyed the books. The snake on your hoodie always reminds me of who done it. Well, good, because it reminds me of me because of the 92 next to it. I also don't read very much, says Jen. Okay, same page. If it makes you feel better, I feel like you may have already self-reported this. Nicole, as I was saying it, I was like, this sounds familiar to me. I feel like this is happening again. Read what you're interested in. Greek mythology always grabs my attention. And the thing is, I like the action of reading. I read up about a lot of stuff on the internet, history stuff. I don't retain any of it, and I often find myself going back to learn again, but all right. My goal is to read one book per year. Is not as hard to read for a goal. One book is a decent shout. I think that could be a fun goal for me to do until year's end, is try and read maybe half a book even for me. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to read. I don't think there is anything wrong with it for sure, but I feel like I'm definitely judging myself weirdly enough, which I shouldn't do. It's totally fair. I think it's just definitely another form of content for me. Books have taken up the space that TV shows did before. It's abound. So there we go. I feel like people have different methods of creative learning. Reading, watching documentaries, listening to podcasts, reading articles, and are all good ways to consume content. Anybody else want to make an accountability post? Thanks, Pooya. An accountability post for what? Oh, don't even bother. Martin's never going to finish it anyway. Exactly. For Game of Thrones, yeah. I read one book last year and one book this year. Before that, I had not read a book in 10 years. Jen, that's actually very inspiring to me. Audiobooks got me back into it after listening to a lot of podcasts. That was a good transition. I have a fancy leather bond in this satchel of the Hannibal series. I never opened it. There we go. You relate to me. I interviewed Tommy Bracco this week about Amazing Race 39, and him and his fiancée made a fire in the casting room, but their wedding was close. Oh, there we go, Tom. So thankful for a little bit of a tidbit there. Book lover here suggestion: should we, the crew, pick a book to read this summer as a group and discuss? Pooya Book Club? That's a fun idea. That could be a very fun idea. I will say getting a Kindle reignited my love of reading. Oh, Russ went with the Kindle side. Okay. All right, I'm catching up with y'all now. The Expanse series, James S.A. Corey. Never heard. The Expanse sounds familiar, but never heard of that author. With books, I have to fall in love right away with it. It's hard to find. Right. I think if you try Sunrise of the Reaping, you should try it audiobook style. I've never tried an audiobook before. How many hours is an audiobook? Is that a stupid question? I don't know. Love a good inner rabbit hole? Emma, same. Same. Or reread a beloved book? That's softy. Honestly, I have thought about starting a reread on the Harry Potter books simply because I'm like, will that get me back into it? Into the action of like reading? Because right now, I don't think it would. So I don't know. Whatever they want to account for, you said you were being accountable. Thought maybe someone else might want to do it. Gotcha. I read Gone Girl last year and it got me back into reading after not having finished a book probably 5 years before that. Oh my God, Madeline, thank you for sharing. I'm shocked we don't have a book club with the age range in this community. I don't think it's ever come up. Depends on how long the book is. Okay, if you like listening to pods, I feel like you'd love listening to it. I listen to audiobooks while cleaning and cooking. Is it like, I guess this is not probably, it's one person reading it to us, right? It's not like a voice acting situation. I listened to a 12-hour audiobook this month. That was my book for this year. Well, there we go. Maybe I'll do more this year, but the 12 hours are not too bad. Audiobooks are commercial-free podcasts. It's a good way to put it, Russes. Yup, and usually a little bit monotonous. Okay, however you spell that. Or you meant monotone? There's voice acting, but in the books that I listen to. Okay. The time varies, but just checked the Sunrise of the Reaping is a little less than 13 hours on 1X. Okay. Latest book I picked up was Q the Sun. Yes, so that one I feel like a lot of people started reading this past year was Q the Sun. AZ, think we give this up to Russes. I'm sorry, Russ AZ or Russes? You'd let me know how you want me to say your name. Some are full productions through multiple. Oh, there we go. Multiple readers. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. All right. That was a fun, healthy conversation about books. That was great. Some legit TV journalists are saying $1 Million Secret is better than The Traitors. Are you going to cover it? So from what I've seen, it is getting coverage on RHAP over on Nothing But Netflix, and it's going to be, Chappelle, obviously, and Scally will be joining him for that. I have seen some people say they love the format. I obviously haven't watched it yet to give you my opinion, but also I think it is a very early thing to say that it is better than The Traitors when, 4 episodes are out? Like, let's see how much longevity it's got first. Just got tickets to Dodgers versus Pirates in LA. Watching last night's game right now. Oh yeah, baseball started. Baseball's back. AZ for Arizona. Gotcha, Russ. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I'm down to facilitate a book club in lesson 2, but I've seen them in other discords and sometimes hard to agree on a book or timeline. That's fair. That's fair, Mandy. Yeah, how does one settle on a book? I think it could be fun to do, especially if we just agree, okay, September 1st is the deadline. But also, that could be a big undertaking. But also, how does a book club work? Is it like you have to get together and discuss it chapter by chapter? Or do you is it like on Discord? Is it like we have a book club channel where people can be like, all right, so I'm on page 178 and then put spoiler tags. What is the appropriate way to discuss that? You know what I mean? I've been on dating sites lately. I've just been swiping right on everybody, not really paying attention to anything. Just kind of a spam thing. I know it may not be the most appropriate thing to do, but I'm casting my net wide. I got a notification that my boss matched with me. I don't know how to feel or what to do. Okay. My immediate reaction is, oh my God. No. Red flag. My hope is that your boss was also doing what you were doing, which was just right swipe, and it just accidentally matched with you. Because if it was a genuine match, that's hella inappropriate. The other thing, no. If you're the boss, you can't do the other thing. Because the other thing I was going to say was, what if it was like, oh, It's blank. Oh my God, wouldn't it be weird if they matched with me? If they like right swipe me? If I right swipe, I'll find out. Let me do that. But as the boss, you cannot do that. That is hella inappropriate. So I would feel a little bit uneasy about it. As far as what to do, I would just not engage. I would immediately unmatch and move on. And then if they bring it up, be like, yeah, no, that's awkward because I just right swipe everybody. So it was not a thing. But immediately unmatch. Absolutely do not. If they've messaged, you don't even read it. Don't even read it. Poll for subject, thriller, romance, sci-fi, etc. And then poll with 5 title options. Can agree to read a number of chapters at a time and discuss or read the whole book and discuss it entirely after a few months. Probably makes more sense, so no spoilers week to week. Gotcha, okay. Maybe take screenshots for evidence. But otherwise disengage. I like that, Softy. We are not sure the gender of either of these people, but definitely unmatch. Yes, we do not know the gender of these people. But yeah, I would just unmatch regardless of what the situation is. All right, next question in the form is, are you team Baldani or team Lively? Can I be honest with you? I don't know much about either. I've seen it in the news quite a bit. I know that, was it Justin Baldani came in with receipts, and then Blake Lively, and then that interview. I don't know. The reality is I don't know, chat. And like, I'm not saying that I'm too cool to know. No, I just genuinely didn't even read or learn on it. I didn't. But based on what I had read last or heard last was that Justin Baldani's the one that came in with the receipts and like shut it down. And then did he countersue? I don't know. I feel like I am once upon a time I used to be very much tapped in with all the drama. Now I'm tapped in with some of the drama. So I don't think I have enough information to be on a team. Jen, samesies. Me and Jen are on an island of the we don't know enough. Would you teach your cats Farsi? If they would learn it, I would do it. I don't think they're gonna retain it. I would settle with teaching Liana more words in Farsi. So, which by the way, Ed Sheeran coming out with a song that has Farsi in it is absolutely amazing. Was not on my bingo card, but here we are. We have it now. Yay us. Yay us. You can teach them the word for dinner. Well, the problem is I don't even use the word for dinner. Like I don't speak Farsi enough for it to be used. You know what I mean? We did have a cat pick this week. You did miss it. But it was early in the stream. Let me see. Oh my God. Okay. I may have asked a question about this before, like years ago. And I feel like I know not who this is, but which question you are referring to, because I read the first sentence. It was about a person that I felt was stalking me. He volunteered for an event I managed a long time ago. We followed each other on social, but he always seemed a little off, and he was older, and he would comment on a lot of my posts. During COVID, things got weird. I found him lurking inside my apartment building. I remember this story. When I came back from doing laundry, I was cordial, but went inside quickly. He was posting photos on social media that were reenactments of photos I took, like visiting the place I visited, and taking the same photos and writing in the caption, "This is where she was." Ugh. Then he left this envelope at my building with a document that listed dreams he had about me. Oh my God. I blocked him from socials. And I hadn't heard from him again in 2.5 years. Then today I was walking like a block from my apartment and I hear my name and it's him. I said, hey, as a reflex, and then realized it was him and kept walking. Should I be concerned? One friend said it was maybe a coincidence, but that street is not like a main street. Okay. So this is giving Joe Goldberg. It's giving that you energy. Absolutely terrifying. I think your friend is being very optimistic that it was a coincidence, given that you hadn't heard from this person in 2.5 years. I don't know the legalities of things. If you can get a restraining order, I think get a restraining order. Because yikes. But I remember you because we had a huge discussion about how this and the whole like being outside of your building and stuff. Well, there's like new additions now. The same photos and this is where she was is absolutely terrifying. I think he's stalking again. I say that out of an abundance of caution. I think that's the more like cautious way is to get the restraining order. They're not going to give a restraining order unless they reported it the first time, more than likely. That's definitely possible. Creepy creeperman, exactly. I do not think you're overreacting, but also don't have advice. I'm sorry, question asker. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like, all I'm hoping is that it was a coincidence and it was a one and done and you don't see the person again. But the fact that it was today too, that is scary. Probably not a bad idea to report it now just so that there's a record of it. So maybe you can get a restraining order of it if it happens again. Kat says, exactly, Jennifer. Get that paper trail. Even if the run-in was a coincidence, it may cause it to start up again. It really could. It could be like a, oh yeah, and then let me be creepy again. So sorry, question asker. Keep that guard up and continue trusting your guts, says Tara. I think that's very, very wise, Tara. Oh my God. Yikes. All right, chat. We're fully caught up on the forum now, by the way. Yeah, Jen also, yeah. So, yeah, get the paper trail. Get the paper trail. All right, let me throw up a Spotify now. Get off of the YouTube music. Wow, the world we live in. Scary world out there, y'all. There are creeps. Like, there's good people, and then there's creeps. And the reality is, the creeps do not take into consideration their behavior impacting other people. Do you use a mug warmer, or does your drink get cold? I use a Persian carpet coaster. And it does not keep it is not a warmer. So it's just a coaster. And my drink does get cold. It does. So this coffee I made about 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours ago. And it's about, like, it was lukewarm. Now it's like a little chilly. Not cold yet. Cute coaster. Thank you. Yeah, I bought this set. I bought this set for myself and for my in-laws, actually. I love it. It's like a taste of home. But I have multiple of them. So, yeah. We did talk about the rumored cast quite a bit, Tomster. Luckily, I did put the graphic of the cast up, so even if you scrub through the video, you should be able to find where it was. I heard this music come on and I thought Marbles was about to start. No Marbles. Maybe not no Marbles tonight at all, chat. Because, chat, can you be trusted? Digital NDA in place? Can you be trusted? You tell me. We cannot. Well, sorry, can't help you there, chat. Can't give you the information. I have some people who are considered locks from one of my sources. Ooh, Tomster got sources. I have to wake up super early tomorrow because I'm recording a Traitors postseason interview tomorrow with someone on the cast. So that's why I'm saying no Marbles, because I have to be awake very early. Oh, you know what I just realized now? It's like, I'm not going to tell you who, and then it's not going to, if it's not who you want it to be, you're going to be disappointed. Tough. I'm not going to tell you, though. I'm going to tell you. I will tell you this. It's not Lord Ivar. Okay? So, that I'll give you. No, I am not sat for Ivar. Don't hit me with the I know that's right. That's the one person it's not. I'm gonna burst that bubble. But who else it could be? Who knows? But But yeah, doing that tomorrow morning early. Speaking of marbles, I told Quinn to talk to you about how to stream good marbles content. He's definitely new to the streaming marbles. That's fair. He's new to streaming, period. But he's also, credit to Quinn, I feel like he's been putting in a shift. I've been seeing him live often, doing a bunch of different stuff. Love that for him. Right now he's playing Fall Guys by the looks of things. So yeah. But if y'all wanted marbles, chat, we would probably have to last call the questions now and then go marbles. There's one name I was surprised that considered a lock. Malat say, Pooya. Hey, listen, Tomster, if you're comfortable sharing it, we're comfortable hearing it. He's being consistent. I hear that's key, especially in the beginning. 100%, Amy. Anytime I've given advice for streaming is make a schedule, stick to the schedule, and have fun doing the content you're doing. Don't do content that's forced or content that you think is going to be the popular content if your heart's not in it. Ty Trang, I never expected on 50. Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher for me as well, especially when considering that we just had him on like what, 32 and 34 back to back. I can't confirm these questions, chat. But also, nope, not going to say anymore. Not going to say anymore, chat. Speaking of books, if anyone is into Fourth Wing, the Dylan Efron interviews about being on the Fourth Wing TV show are so funny. What is Fourth Wing? And Dylan was on a show called Fourth Wing? Thank you, Russ. Thank you. But yeah, I'm a little terrified. I'm going to be setting up my, as y'all know, I have a chain of alarms I set up. Where I have alarms set about every like 5 to 8 minutes. So I can wake up. These are all my alarms. So all of these will get toggled on. Just to make sure I wake up, because Sean and Angela are very likely. We love hearing that. That I'm very excited about. And it might be made into a TV show. And okay, well, sorry. Fourth Wing is a romantasy book about a military-style school with dragons. Ooh. And it might be made into a TV show. And he said he would be on it, but he specifically doesn't want to be one character. Oh, as in there's a character he would not like to be, but then the other characters he would be okay with. The following are locks at the moment: women Suri, Stephanie, Jerry, men Q, Colby, Ty, Christian, Jonathan. See, do we need Stephanie back again? Do we need Jonathan to be the 42 rep? Like this is similar to the list we discussed earlier, Tomster. We went basically through the rumored list that was out there, and I said about 10 of them I feel like could be locks. I too do a chain of alarms, especially if I have to get up early, and then I have Alexa yell at me a few times. Exactly. And like the thing is, you need us to call you tomorrow and make sure you're awake. Come on, drop your digits. Yeah, that seems like a sound decision. Let me just put my number on the internet. No, usually if Liana's home, it's easy pickings. Like Liana will just make sure I'm awake. Like we'll tap her in shoulder and I'm up. But the problem is, Liana won't be around in the morning. So that's the problem. Like she probably isn't around when I'm going to be doing this pod. Or when I need to be awake to do this pod. So hopefully I can wake up on my own accord. Don't tell him, but it's all an act. We're getting Sam Asghar to roast Pooya for 2 hours. Oh, I would have fun with that, actually. You probably wouldn't want to be Dane Atos, but he kind of is Dane Atos. Would he? Nope, not going to make that joke. We don't want to take them back on my screen again. If it's really something I'm nervous about, missing a legit, have my mom call me. Oh, I do that all the time as well. Like have people call me. The rumored list has some people we know are wrong. That makes sense. That makes sense. There ain't no way we have the list of 20 locked at the moment. That makes a lot of sense to me. Trust us to call you, Pooya. I definitely trust y'all to call me. Ask a friend to call you. I do have, so what I also do on important times like this is I do take my phone off of vibrate and have the volume blasting, just so that if anyone does call me, I can hear it. Because otherwise I'm rubbish. I will not wake up, and that's going to be an issue. So, yeah. Oh, my mom has woken me up plenty. Plenty. I'll put my phone under my pillow so I hear it or feel the vibration. See, I'll put my phone under my pillow and I'll not feel the vibration, which is why then I take it off of mute so that the vibration isn't the only thing. It'll also make noise. That's my best chance, is the noise. Last call on the forum? Yes. Last call on the forum, because we will do a cheeky 3 marble maps tonight. How many pillows do you use? 1. I'm a 1 pillow guy, and I have a firmer pillow. I have a little bit of a firmer pillow is my vibe. 3 plus 2? 3 plus 1, 4 maps. Final offer. I saw a video once where someone's phone caught on fire under the pillow and because it got too hot. Be careful doing that. I agree. How many does Liana use? 3, I think, total. I love me a soft pillow. My sheets I use are the Jersey t-shirt sheets. So comfortable. I actually, if I had a soft pillow, I would use 2 or 3 pillows, because I need the pillows. If they smush too quickly, I don't need. I need the height on the pillows. I was asking him, but you may have missed it. I'm on the edge of my seat. What is our side mission? I asked you to do a side mission. Oh, for Boston. Yes. If you're game, let's mess with Chappelle a little bit. If you're game, let's mess with Chappelle a little bit. That's the side mission. Always game for that. So if you're going to Boston, chat, if you're going to Boston, and you happen to stumble onto Chappelle while you're hanging out and stuff, go up to him and be like, can you take me to Pooya? It's a bit of a in-joke based on another encounter we have had before, and I won't be there. So he'll have to be like, Pooya's not here. And the first person that goes there, he'll be like, Pooya's not here. By the third person, he's going to be like, what the fuck? And I want that. You don't have to do it as an optional mission. It's an optional mission. So I think it'll be fun. Present him with a sock Chappelle. He'd like that too much. Nah, we're going to mess with him, not bless him. I'm not going, but I am pro mess with Chappelle. Emma, I respect that. All right, chat. Looks like the form is locked now. If you are game, let's do some marbles here before we call it a night. If you're new here, what marbles is a game where when prompted, put exclamation play in the chat. You get a little marble on the screen. You don't have to do anything else after that. You just vibe out and watch the marbles marble. We do some commentary. We put some music on. It's a good time. So the Q&A portion, the AMA portion is over. And I understand if marbles isn't your style, you want to leave. I completely get that. I do thank you for hanging out with me yet again for another Friday night. Y'all make these Friday nights so much fun for me. So I thank you. I'll be back here on Sunday at 5 for some goose, pending my lobby situation working itself out, which as always, we hope it does. So I'll see you there at 5. And then if you're going to skip that, I'll be back here with Split Fiction, hopefully on Thursday. We'll confirm that in the week as well. There we go. But for those of you who are about to stick around, let's marble it up. I'm headed to sleep. It was great hanging out with you all. I'm hoping to dream about the OG mole. RHAP fan, I would wish nothing less for you than some more mole. I also learned Chappelle was his last name. Don't ask me why I thought that was his first. because he goes by it. AZ, thank you for giving us up to Chavez C94C. Appreciate that from you. Good luck on your interview in the morning. Pooya, I'm headed out. Good night, Amy. Hope you have a good time with everything. And we'll see you next Friday. Because you never answer for them. Exactly. I feel like obviously like with Survivor, there are people that get the last name treatment. But I feel like usually I think the common thought is that's just their first name. And also because there's a lot of people, or sorry, there's not many people that have that name, it makes sense that they're using it as one name. Like for example, there's one Pooya on the network. I'm like, let me just be Pooya. I don't need to be full named. I'd much rather be me with the one name, you know? So Liana sent me a photo of the girls earlier because they made it to the room. And I said good night, heart emoji. And then she said good night. Also, she wrote this 2 hours ago. No, an hour something ago. She responded, also Pearl was smelly, so I kicked them out right after I took this photo. So she regretted it. Basically, the cats went back outside. All right. Pro tip, Scally's first name is not Scally. It's facts. Been brain dead, so lurking tonight, but always alive for some marbles. Forgot to get Oreos, but nephew got me brownies, so it'll be a baked good strat tonight. There we go. We like the baked good strat. Give those kitties a bath. Pearl is typically not smelly, so I don't know what she has done to become smelly. So I don't know. I don't know, chat. All right, chat. Are you ready for some marblés? Ate those plants. All right, let's do this. Mandy, could we get a standard top 20 prediction? You know, you'd think that, oh, that's an easy prediction. But the reality is when the believers get shafted every time, it's not that as easy as you may imagine. Let's get a top 20 prediction going. Other than that, I think we'll do 4 maps tonight. Obviously, keep it a little short, but we'll keep the VIP badge list high. Top 5 gets a VIP badge tonight. No one else, but top 5 all guaranteed one. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Yusuf, sorry, respawning. I would not recommend gambling on me again. But Yusuf says I have that one cat that always smells a little bit off. I feel like of the 2 cats, Pearl is more likely to be the smelly one. Probably. If I had to bet on it. I don't have any brand points after your failure last week. I apologize. I have let you down. Team, I've let you down. 36 seconds. No. There we go. That's more like it. I love the way my cat smells. Is that weird? I don't think so. If your cat isn't smelly, it's not weird at all. Thank you, Kim Honey Badger. All right, y'all. Get your predictions in. Get your marbles in. Let's get this going. Yes, I did know that they have waterless cat shampoos because I've used that on Winston before. Winston never fought it and was fine with it, but he definitely didn't like it, if that makes sense. All right, nice. We got 50 people in here. Love that. Good show out, chat. All right, let's see what the predictions are looking like right now. Okay. Makes sense based on my performance that there are more disbelievers. That makes sense. Um, we still have some believers though that are putting money on your boy. So I hope it works out for you. I really do. Don't let the naysayers get to you. All right, y'all ready, chat? Can we get one more for a 50? Can we get a 50, please? One more and I'll kick it off, chat. One more person. Tara, I don't get jealous often. I'm very envious of the We Know Severance crew potting with Adam and Ben. Absolutely. All right. 50 L Dub. Thank you for making it happen. I do appreciate it. I was about to give up and start. So thank you so much. Let's get it going, chat. Good luck, everybody. May the marbles be in your favor. Here we go. First one through here is Steph. Looks like, there we go. There's Steph, but it's not letting me pick Steph. So did Steph go the long route? We'll find out. Repeatedly respawning is zooming through now. Oh no, Patty, a little late with the pulsey. Patty, for the next one though, make sure you get in. Perzo getting involved. Forval coming in. Love that. You all might have missed this one, but that next race going to hit different. He's ready for the... Thank you, Mandy. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I thought someone fell off the... Oh my God. As I say that, Ali did fall off the corner. Okay, we're stuck in the middle. But you know who's not? Mythical Jade. Mythical Jade with the big block skip here. Sal's here has no longer remained here with the Doomf happening. What we say about saying people's names? I didn't say a name. All I said was I thought someone was about to slip over the side and then it happened. I didn't say a name there. So you can't blame me on that one. It's not me. Mythical Jade just has to get through this hole now. And through the bottom here. And the win is imminent. The win is... Oh, there's a little bit of a tiebreaker. Oh, a bump, but not enough of a bump as Genrads looks to take it now. Hold on, Danny won. Congratulations, Danny, out of nowhere with the victory there. GG's. I can't think names. Well, I won't tell you, but I am thinking of some names right now. Oh, podium is... We always take those. If you get podium, that's a good time. Just like I will take 24th today because I think I doofed every race last time. All right, the doof list is a little big, too big maybe, 9 people on it. Let's hope there's 0 next one. All right, everybody, exclamation play in 3, 2, now. Exclamation play, let's do it. We have surpassed the first race. We have 53 people in the building. Love that. Let's go. Let's do it, chat. Let's do it. Don't want to see anyone doing, but I need it for top 5. Well, that's fair, but Forval, who I don't think made it the last race, is now in the lead. Bit of a gap as well. Nice. And as I say that, is now in the thick of it with everybody else. Opening the door for HRH Breezy. Miss Americana in second place. Oh, Miss Americana has not taken the lead. Sal's here. Says, I'll take it over from here. Mythical Jade back in the conversation. I'm going to say everybody's name, Tomster. I'm going to say your name as well, Tomster, Tomster, Tomster. Let's see how that goes, huh? Miss Americana now back in the lead. What am I going to not do commentary? Perzo, once again, hitting play in the middle of the race. Perzo. Oh, Miss Americana in the middle. Chrissy in first place. Now Madeline now in third. Oh, Chrissy misses that skip for the gap. And now the three are in a three-way race. Ooh, this is a huge lead gain now. Miss Americana giving you the run for the money, though. Oh, and skips you over. We have a race here, folks. Miss Americana gets in the first loop here. Tori Oreo coming in from the back to now be in second place. All right, the top 10 now getting in the slots here. We've got 2 mods in the top 10 currently. As I say that, Liv has now fallen out of the top 10. Miss Americana with a, again, sizable distance between the other competitors. Don't get skipped into the air here. If you, oh my God. Are you stuck? Oh my God. How did that not launch you? That was lucky. That was very lucky. The end is here, though. I think the win has been locked in. Congratulations to Miss Americana for the win. HRH Breezy taking in second place. Tori Oreo rounding out the top 3 with Hello Emma in our fourth place. Somnus rounding out the top 5. Jen does come in 6th. A little short out of the top 5, but still good. Mandy in 7th. Chrissy, Yusuf, and Chilla Frost taking 10th. Oh! Chilla Frost got stolen by Liv. Bad Liv. We have quite a few people in the back here, hopefully. Great Liv. Liv, you deciding for yourself? Yeah, see, I said your name and you were just fine. Exactly. Let them know. Let them know. Oh, we did get quite a few dumps at the end here, unfortunately. Who is this? Is this just a flag? Yes. Congratulations on that W. Okay. Once again, Pooya finishes 24th because of course I did. Of course I did. Oh, that's your death effect. Gotcha. Playlist hitting. Thank you, Yusuf. Appreciate it. Exclamation play to get involved, chat. Only 2 more maps to go, so if you want to get involved, now's the time. Yes, respawning. I believe it counts every race you partake in on any stream. But for when we're doing a Grand Prix, it doesn't count those points towards this. It just gives you the rolling total, if that makes sense. All right, chat. Exclamation play now or forever hold your peace, because we're about to get into it. All right. You held your peace. Let's go. Tara coming in or under the wire there. Love that. Ooh, ooh. Okay. You already know how we're going to say this. First one through the hole here. We follow their voyage. Quinn, appreciate the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in, y'all. I hope you had a good stream. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for trusting me with your community. Came in right at the right time. We're marbling. I heard you've been dabbling with marbles too, Quinn. Did you win in Fall Guys? That is my question to you. All right, Tomster is in the lead. I repeat, Tomster is in the lead as Mandy and Ambi have now dumped. Not listen. Vibes is what matters. As long as you were winning in vibes, that's a good combo. We'll take that. I won top 3 in one round of marbles. Love that. I love to hear that. Yeah, I'm in a running tally of just taking fat L's on marbles right now. My prediction that I do every week is will Pooya end up in the top 20, and I've lost the community so many brownie points. So I apologize to them once again. But yeah, welcome in, Quinions. Oh my God, Tomster got yeeted and survives. There you go. Probably place the best. Okay. Oh, Tomster's gone. Bye. Damn, appreciate that. You're good. You're good. Hey, no worries on the misspell. It happens. It happens. It happens. This map is giving Magic School Bus when they went in that kid's body. Whoa, what? Sunshine's your winner. Congratulations, Sunshine. I feel like I remember this. Emma, I think. But that's Demi from The Bachelor if you didn't know. Well, I did not know. Demi, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all, Demi and Quinn, you're playing, correct me if I'm wrong, you're playing Split Fiction, yeah? How far into Split Fiction are you hours-wise? Because Leon and I are only 4 hours in, and I have a feeling we're going to be going for a minute. All right. We've got some doomps at the end here, unfortunately, and some along the way, but let's see how this plays out. Good night, Carly. Thank you for coming through with the raid. Appreciate it. She's pulling it up, says Quinn. All right. I got some points. 13th place. I got some points on the board. Could this be enough for me to finally get in the goddamn top 20? We'll find out together. One more race to go, chat. Hey, Quinn, this is a great track. It's a great track. All right, let me just show y'all where you landed. And how many dumped? 36. Oh, God, quite a few dumped, unfortunately. Well, chat, we got one more race to go. Anything's still possible. Queue up, exclamation play, and we see where we head out, okay? We see how we end the story here. I don't fall. I'm happy. Honestly, just not dumping is huge. Huge. Played about 10 hours. Okay, so y'all are definitely way further than we are. I think you're like closing in on the end game probably. But I will say it's been a glorious game. I absolutely love it. You said my name and I dumped. I don't know what else to say. A poor marbler blames the commentator, Tomster. Do better. But you got to get the scoop on Quinn's CD he compiled today. Were you making a Spotify playlist? When I pulled up to your stream earlier, Quinn, at the very beginning of you streaming, looked like you had an empty playlist you were looking to fill up. Is that what happened? What was the premise today? Quinn slows us down. You're halfway through. Okay, so there's still ways to go. But no, it's a very fun game. Very, very fun game. Took the songs from fans and then did Marble Switches, which made the cut. How many songs ultimately, Quinn? You were gifted a Quinn sub yesterday? Hey, Lana, love that for you. That's awesome. Had a birthday on the 24th. My parents and brothers and friends ignored that. Can someone at least wish me happy birthday? It's late, but better than nothing. Play. Well, Stano, I see you just coming in here with that. Happy birthday to you. Okay, happy belated, but happy birthday all the same, okay? And hope your marble does well too. 3 hours and final 2 playlists. Okay. But I was sent 24 hours worth. Okay, so but you didn't sift it through listening through everything. You just kind of marbled all of them then. All right, 54 of you in here. Let's get this rolling for the final map of the night. Check out some lesson 2s in one time. Let's put some love out there. Good luck, marblers. Oh my fucking god. What happened there? All right, looks like we got AZ in the lead. Thomas also close. Sunshine, Chrissy, Liv. Put the blades on shove on, let her up for 45 seconds on each song. I respect that. We got Miss Americana going for another W here, but Liv in the way. Liv is not letting Miss Americana shine here. But in doing so, has fallen behind somehow. I don't know where she went. The Marble winner chooses. Oh, that's very fun premise. I like that quite a bit. What's the playlist for, Quinn? Is it going to be played on stream, like in the background type shit? All right, now Lori's taking the lead. I don't know where you came from, Lori, but look at you. Look at you in the lead. Not Emma Shine. Hey. You live and you learn. Am I right, Liv? Take care, Quinn. Have a good night. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for trusting me with your community. Catch up soon. Peace, peace. All right, Lana going over the top here. Could you secure the W? Looks like Lori and Mandy now fighting for that end game. Lori secures the bag. Mandy in second place. Congratulations. Hey, thank you for joining us, Demi. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you for following me. I do appreciate it. Catch you soon. All right, as everyone starts spilling out into the end game here, myself, I beat Liv, so I'll take that to my grave. That's awesome. This has the potential to be the only map where no one is doomed. Shannon, please. Shannon, you got this. Shannon, you got this. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Shannon, run! Oh no! Oh, fuck. Right, Russ, we can't have it be 2 casualties here. Oh my god, that's close. All right. Congratulations to Lori on securing the W. All right, as you can see, the points have been distributed now. No world records beaten today, which means every map was relatively balanced as far as point distribution goes. All right, top 5. You ready for your VIP badges? And are we ready for me being in the top 20? Who knows? First of all, Lori secures a top 3 here. Miss Americana 2 secures number 2. And Sunshine __ D secures first. Let's see what the top 5 looks like. Let's see if I made top 20. Fuck! Well, congratulations to our top 5 VIP badge getters here in Sunshine __ D. Let's see. We have Miss Americana 2. We have Lori. We have HRH Breezy. And we have DC Duchess. And just because I would like to put a random one in there, chat, I'm going to run the random number generator one time, but let's see where everyone landed first, so you have an idea of where to look. Thank you so much, Kim. I hope I'll wake up. I really do. Because, oof. All right. 61 participants. Top 5 not included. So let's hit up the random number generator. We're going to go from 6th place all the way to 61st place. And it's number 24, which honestly, I ended up 24 twice tonight. So kind of apt. Cool Rider. Congratulations on the VIP badge. Ugh, okay. I have a feeling I should probably say this. Because I'm sad. It's not Gabby. It's not Gabby. All right, chat. The VIP badges have been distributed. We got him down. Tragic indeed, Mandy. All right, chat. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. As always, you make my Friday nights better. You make them good. The energy's always at a 10. And the vibes are always immaculate. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will be back. Okay, I'll be back on Sunday with some goose. I hope you'll have a lovely night. Hope you sleep well. Hope you have a great weekend. Catch y'all soon, okay? Good night.